Whoa.
Hey, Jonathan, how are you keeping?
Oh man, you wouldn't believe it. I didn't know it was you. I didn't know you were coming in today.
I should have sent you a text to let you know. Congrats on the film. Absolutely brilliant.
Thanks. You seen it?
I've seen it. Yeah, I definitely saw it, and I was blown away by it. Do you know what I mean? Because
Who,
this
who do you like
franchise is.
more? Who do you like more? Me or
Well, to be honest, that was going to be one of my questions. And maybe I should feel guilty about it. I really like you because I think you're playing a character that usually in these films, the, it's kind of a villain, the person that Adonis or Rocky would be up against. You know what I mean? Whereas your character is so nuanced and you kind of got this whole backstory that it's actually it's a very interesting character you're playing. So was it harder to play this type of villain? Because usually villains can be quite straightforward. Do you know what I mean? They're the bad guy and they're there for everybody to hate. Whereas you're kind of rooting for you to kind of see the light and come through too.
I think the argument's so clear, with Damian. And I think that was a big part of it. I think playing a villain is straightforward. And I think a lot of people shy away from that because the truth of the matter is playing a villain is playing someone who is purely going after something that is opposite of what society is saying and going about it in an opposite way, in opposition to it. But the way in which they go about it um, is pure. You know what I mean? It's directly from their own ambition, wrong or right. It's directly from their ambition. So with Dame represents a lot of things. And for me and for Michael, the objective was to put a character on the screen that was unlike any other quote unquote villain. The
Yeah.
Rocky series has, we've matured as a society, and perhaps we're ready for a villain with a bit more, I guess, with current complexities.
Yeah. And another thing that's required for a role like this is, which would scare me, is that you have to get into crazy, amazing shape for this role. Do you know what I mean? So is that something that you do anyway in your life, or did they give you the classic, here's the trainer, here's the whatever? And you got to hold the choreography as well, I assume, to learn.
Yeah, a bit of both, Sean. I would say I was pretty I mean, there's being fit and then there's being boxing fit and then there's being boxing movie fit. And so I had to go I was at fit, you know. And so I had a few stages to get to boxing movie fit. And then of course the choreography, which is a whole nother no pun intended dance. You've got to learn that, and then you've got to marry the choreography, to our character, to Damian, and then allow him to do that with Adonis. So yeah, it was extremely detailed, but I got the whole packet. I got the Creed packet. You know what I mean? Nutritionist, trainer, facilities. I got the whole thing, and then
Okay.
it was up to me to kind of use them to the best of my abilities.
And obviously that this is we talked about villains and the type of villains out there. I mean, you're the ultimate villain now in the Marvel universe as Kang. Do you think that is it nice to be part of the Marvel universe now as well? And are you having a villain moment? I was wondering because there's a lot of villains going on in your life. Do you know what I mean, Jonathan?
There's a lot of villains, man. There's a lot of villains. It's just a perspective. I think the way you look at a villain and the way you look at a hero just depends on your point of view, really.
Yeah.
I heard the kids say that a villain era is when you start putting up boundaries and start kicking folks out and subtract all this stuff. And I thought, oh wow, I kind of like that idea. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
no, it's great, man. I look at the whole arc of a career, and I just go, all right, wicked. These are the guys I'm playing. I'm very excited to play them. I think they're probably up to date. Some of the most complex characters that are being seen at the highest level, especially with this MCU chapter. And then you get the MGM Rocky verse Creed verse. Now Amazon, etc.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's wild, man. Yeah, yeah.
Well, listen, pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much, and congratulations on this movie, Creed 3. Brilliant.
See you, Sean. Team
See you
Dame.
later.
I heard it. I heard you say it.